Well, welcome to Berry Lane Park. Berry Lane Park is a $35 million park that opened earlier this year. It was the largest park investment in the history of Jersey City, probably one of the larger investments of a park this size in the state of New Jersey. And over the last several years, Jersey City has been committed like no other to expanding our park and open space. And we are proud that over the last several years, we've expanded Jersey City's open space by more than 10%. And we are proud of the showcase parks that we now have. We've committed millions upon millions of dollars to expanding that open space, but today is a commitment from our administration with the help of residents on the ballot in November that they will hopefully support a commitment ongoing for decades into the future of millions of dollars every single year to replenish and rebuild parks throughout Jersey City. I think most residents would agree that for a nominal $20 a year, enjoyment of the park space in Jersey City and enjoyment of newly renovated and expanded parks is a smart investment and a commitment that I believe most are willing to make.
Urban open spaces provide neighbors with incomparable benefits compared with other forms of development. Open spaces provide recreational opportunities. They promote ecology awareness for our children and future generations. They increase the biodiversity and they improve the aesthetic value of our communities. Although all these things are great in themselves, they also equate to significant environmental positive impacts, including increased home values and decreased healthcare costs as more of our families have access to safe, attractive areas to walk, run, gather, and play. Jersey City has been ranked, I'm not sure if you all know this, as one of the greenest cities in America. And they'll continue moving up that list with actions like we see today. And I know it's going to be up in council next week. This is how you get on that list. And they've done phenomenal work, and having more open spaces for our communities are going to help bump them up. Urban open spaces are good for our cities, they're good for our economy, and most importantly, they're good for our families. So I want to commend Mayor Fulop and the rest of the Jersey City government for their work on this issue and many other environmental initiatives they've undertaken, which is making Jersey City one of the premier green places to live and raise a family now and for years to come.
We understand that an investment in parks is an investment in our future, that an investment in our parks is really part of why cities are rebounding and coming back and growing. It not only creates economic vitality, but it creates a better quality of life. And a park really is just as important to a city as its roads, its water system, and anything else, because it really is part of the fabric. It's a place where people can get together and just sit around and talk or be with their families, have picnics. It's a place to really get together and enjoy not only open space, but the recreational opportunities that are here. And I also want to thank the mayor because even though Jersey City has a lot of important parks, we could have lost Liberty State Park earlier this year. And if we didn't stand up together and fight to make sure that it didn't get privatized, then Jersey City may not have been so high on the list nationally for the amount of open space.
Now is the time for cities like Jersey City to step up at the local level, establish their own sources of funding so that they can better compete for those state resources. So we really applaud the city's bold move here to step up and ask its voters to support the establishment of a dedicated source of funding for the city's parks. You know, Jersey City, as has been noted, has a great network of parks. One of the things the Trust for Public Land does is look at the largest cities across the country and assess how well the park systems in those cities meet the population's needs. And what we found when we looked at Jersey City is there actually is an amazing, well-distributed network of parks. But what's needed is better investment in those parks. And so as you see here around us at Berry Park today, you know, the city can do some amazing things, but it takes money to do that, and there are many parks in neighborhoods across the city that will benefit from the establishment of this funding source.
Since its inception, the Jersey City Parks Coalition has recognized the need to focus on grant development and other creative means to supplement the shortfall of city funds that are needed to adequately develop and maintain parks and open spaces. While some of our largest parks receive upgrades and improvements, Jersey City many smaller parks that have been overlooked by budgets tightening. The Jersey City Open Space Trust Fund will help provide the means to improve these parks and, if successful, allow the city an advantage of applying for state funding and acquisitions for development of new parklands. The typical homeowner, for what amounts to just a penny a day, will ensure that our parks will be given upgrades and timely improvements in order to be assets for our neighborhoods, community events, and activities. Open space, regardless of its size, large or small, is the most valuable commodity we have, not only for today, but for the future generations. This dedicated source of revenue will help develop and preserve our parks while advancing the Coalition's vision of a world-class park system for residents of Jersey City. We encourage all Jersey City voters to support this permanent and dedicated funding for our parks and open space when voting on November 8th.
But I think that this is vitally needed for our spaces. I've previously worked with the Jersey City Landmarks Conservancy, and we've often worked with open space groups to advocate for development of open space sites that include historic preservation of landmarks. There's a lot of that can go on. And again, someone will always say, I don't want to pay more taxes, but you get what you pay for in this city, and we have the leadership necessary to do it right.